Do you like the idea of creating content for all of those different social networks, but you feel overwhelmed because of time, because you don't know how to approach it? Well, the best way to approach content creation on all of these social networks is through a content creation calendar. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, just to make managing all of that work a little easier. If you guys want to grow on social media, make sure you subscribe to this channel. We have a lot of videos that help you gain more visibility and revenue. So when it comes to a content calendar for social media marketing, the first thing you want to do is figure out what your key social platforms are. So for me, I really like to use YouTube and Instagram. Instagram came on a little later for me. So initially I had YouTube in the content calendar, and it's good to gradually add social networks on instead of trying to do them all from the get-go. So pick which social network is going to be best for you to focus on first, because it's not just a social network, it's the blog posts, videos, and podcast episodes. So once you have that whole list down, just a list of all the places you would like to publish new content, the next step is to come up with a schedule. So each week doing a YouTube video, each day posting something on Instagram. And this is a really great start to being able to create and publish new content. Now, the reason people get really stuck with the content calendar is because they think they have to create new and unique content for all of these platforms. And you do have to create the content, but you can repurpose to make things a lot easier. So on my Instagram, I recently did a carousel containing 3 different strategies you can use to grow your podcast. I have the ability to turn that into a YouTube video in the future, but for future carousels, one of the things that I will be doing is, for some of them, taking the outline of my YouTube video and turning that into a carousel. And that impacts publishing schedule. So I do a YouTube video, I do Instagram every single day. So I release a YouTube video, and then the very next day, have that as an Instagram carousel, or the next week. I like to have the YouTube video up first, then have the Instagram carousel up the day after. This leads to more traction for the YouTube video. It makes it easier for me to create content on Instagram and YouTube because the YouTube video is still fresh in my mind. And you do want to think from a repurposing standpoint how you're going to distribute the content. While daily works well for me, I don't recommend everyone starts with that path. Doing stuff every day for your social media marketing is really important. So my suggestion to start at a bare minimum would be to post one new content on like one of your social networks, then do another social network once a week. Like, have different social networks and content platforms like blog, podcast, and video where you are doing at least one new thing each week, and have them connect to each other, like I mentioned with the YouTube and Instagram. It's important for you to focus on coming out with at least one new piece of content each week for your audience, because that will start to give you an idea of what your peak times are. And this is really important for tweaking your content calendar to gain more traction. So there is a big difference between if I post a video at midnight versus if I post a video at around 6 p.m. Eastern, because I know a lot of people are on YouTube at that time. It's something that, based on videos I've published, there's more traction at that time. On Instagram, they actually let you see when your followers are online, and there are other social networks like Facebook that let you do this. So you can literally see, like, okay, weekdays in the afternoon, really good time for me to be posting new content to Instagram. And you only really get that data when you are just putting up a lot of content consistently and seeing how your audience engages with the content. So that's why it's really important to start weekly, build up to twice a week, 3 times a week. And the more closer you could get to daily content on multiple places, the better your social media marketing strategy is going to become. So now, how do we actually apply this? So The first thing you have to do is have a sheet of paper or a spreadsheet that has all 7 days of the week, because it's within these 7 days of the week that you are going to map out what times are you going to post content. It's important not to just be consistent on the daily basis, but also on the time, because that will give your audience, like, they'll know when to expect new content from you, and you will have a strict schedule to go by instead of what you feel like doing, or, oh, well, I got busy and I couldn't post on social media today. So having the 7-day week schedule allows you to paint the picture for how you want to proceed. And when it comes to deciding which social networks to focus on first, you want to look at the types of results you're getting. Like Twitter, for me, is a really big platform, but I can just automate a lot of the tweets that go out, so I don't have to do as much work on that end. On YouTube, you can't really automate the video creation process. So I have to be creating at least one new video each day to maintain the daily schedule. So it's not just about, I want to post at 6 p.m. on Monday on my Instagram. It's knowing when that post is going to be done and scheduled through some place like Hootsuite, or the image is going to be made. So it's not just about when the post is supposed to come out. It's about all the back end stuff that you're supposed to do. So I come out with a video. I aim for 6 p.m. Eastern with the daily schedule. I'm doing a video at around 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern every single day, editing that, and then optimizing it so it's all set to go. So knowing the work that you have to do before a post is ready, like for that carousel of the 3 podcasting strategies to grow your audience, I have to create all 3 of those different tip pictures: the intro picture, and then the final picture where I say, here's the takeaway, and I encourage people to share. So for you with your strategy, it's important to get clear on what those different things are you have to do before you can go from idea to published post, and then just map them out in your day. And as you feel like it's getting really easy to maintain a schedule, like let's say you're just doing one Instagram post each week for like a Throwback Thursday thing, when you feel like it's getting really easy to maintain, that's when you have to double down with like another Instagram post each week. One of the things that I've realized is that when it gets too easy, that's the moment where you're most likely to fall off the wagon. So with daily YouTube videos, I briefly tried to do 2 daily YouTube videos. It didn't work for my audience, but now I'm focusing that extra effort on IGTV. I'm focusing it on Facebook Lives, and being able to continue to say, okay, this is getting too easy, I need to build up on this, is going to help you be more omnipresent on social media and get in front of your audience. It all starts with an effective content calendar, and then you will see more visibility coming in from your content. If you want to fully figure out the visibility and revenue pieces, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button as well. And until next time, dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today.